is Tuesday, August 15th.
Remember the moments on your side, the pictures of happiness inside. But you don't care, I'm all alone. You forgot all what I've done.
And much different than last week, it is a humid 93 degrees today. If you know anything about me at all, I turn into Ted Stryker during this kind of weather. So, if you don't like sweat, you know, I will be sweating quite a bit during this video.
Sweet! Oh my god.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
But, of course, it is August, and I remember it being 100 degrees when I was younger, so this really is what the temperature should be. Anyway, but, of course, recent events have everyone screaming climate change.
Not.
Just as planned, because following in the footsteps of places like California, Australia, Canada, Greece, now Maui has become victim of these raging fires that erupt out of nowhere in multiple locations simultaneously and destroy every fucking thing in its path except for the trees and vegetation. No! Houses burnt down to the foundation, cars looking like they're from an apocalyptic movie, sitting there in a burnt shell, and of course no warnings being given to people and no communication available for people to contact others or find out information. You know, the same MO these scumbags do over and over again when they want to change the landscape somewhere and turn it into some kind of corporately owned smart city. And people are in the way of that.
Do 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 do.
You know? But, you know, hurricanes, I guess, would cause those wildfires. Hurricane! You know, storms that bring rain and flooding.
Oh, hey guys, I'm back from retard school.
Which, you know, this one decided to bring fires and wind only. And of course, you know, as usual, there is not much information except for the propaganda being spewed on the television, which is the climate change propaganda.
We turn back now to the deadly wildfires in Hawaii. At least 55 people have been killed in the fires, and that number is expected to keep rising. The fire started burning earlier this week, and experts say that climate change is no doubt partially to blame. Hawaii is defined by its lush vegetation, but in the last few weeks, the island of Maui has been unusually dry. According to the U.S. Drought Monitor, almost 16% of the island is in what is considered a severe drought right now. That's caused by a significant drop in rainfall. Hawaii first started experiencing long-term declines in average annual rainfall decades ago, which experts believe is caused in part by rising global temperatures.
We are all at fault and must hurry up and get on electric energy and attach to the control grid for the good of all mankind. By the way, it comes with the entire smart city, surveillance, track and trace, social crediting, digital money that will expire, and the ability to turn that money off if government doesn't like what you say, and everything the hell else they want us to do, mostly just to shut the fuck up about it and do what we're told and believe what they say. I don't think so, Tim.
I don't think so, Tim.
I want to play some of the videos that I was able to find of people who were trying to get information out from down there.
I live on Maui. The media is lying and or covering up the extent of the damage and the death count. I personally know people that are telling me the death and destruction is way worse than we're being told. I am witnessing the cover-up by the media firsthand.
I've been on Maui the last 9 years, and I know the geographical location and how everything works. There was no fucking way that a hurricane missed Big Island, went to Maui, and didn't flood them, didn't give them, crazy, other things, but it caused fires. It caused fires, and not only on Maui, but it caused fires in the most precious parts of real estate in Maui. Lahaina Front Street is worth billions. The Hawaiians that have been holding out and the Kanaka have been holding out for years, not wanting to sell their property in Lahaina due to these big $1 million companies. It is not a coincidence, I don't believe, how in the most precious parts of Maui, Kula, Lahaina, and Kihei, that the locals that are standing strong and do not want to give up Oprah Winfrey's fucking view up in Kula that the Hawaiians are holding out on.
It was a firestorm. I know, but there was tornadoes of ash the size of charcoal from a barbecue, like being thrown by baseball players. I'm ducking behind walls. I had to kick in the door at Bubba Gump's to get out of it because I was getting pounded. And then Bubba Gump started on fire, and I'm running down Front Street. This was bad, that the people in their cars that were dead and from asphyxiation and the fire blew out the car, and you just saw the numbers of the dead are so wrong.
So you're not going to see those videos on the local evening Kermit the Frog news.
Hi all, this is Kermit the Frog.
The brainwashed types would watch.
Excuse me?
And on top of it, we have many questions that need answers to. Such as, why in the fuck weren't these people allowed to leave?
I've stepped back. I've listened to a lot of the people of Maui. And from everything that I am seeing, the people of Maui were blocked. They were blocked from escaping. They were blocked from evacuating. I know you've seen a lot of the photos. You've seen a lot of the videos. And in all of the photos, all of the videos, you see cars on the streets as if they were trying to get away. They were trying to get out of Maui. They were trying to get out of the area because they knew that, danger was afoot. But you see all these cars on the roadways just charred, turned to ashes, burnt to a crisp. These weren't cars that were just left on the road, no. These were cars that belonged to people who were trying to leave. They were trying to evacuate, but law enforcement stopped them. So, let's go ahead and roll this clip so you can listen to some of these Maui residents talk about what's going on.
And all the cars were lined up, but none of them were moving. And I walked all the way from Safeway to Chart House. Not one car had moved. And I was wondering what was stopping the traffic. Well, it was a policeman. And I got to the end and I looked up north. There were no obstructions. There was no reason to keep those cars there.
Are you serious?
I'm serious as a heart attack. And I said, what are you doing? He goes, well, I'm under orders to keep them here. And I said, the fire is right around Safeway. It's going to hit Front Street. These people got to get out of here. And he said, I'm following orders.
No way.
And so I just kept walking. And I'm, well, maybe he knows something I don't, you know. So, and I keep walking down the highway, and I look behind, no cars are coming out. I walked all the way to Waikuli Beach, still no cars coming out. And I started hearing boom, boom, boom. And then I heard people screaming and stuff.
You're saying they were blockaded in by the police at the end of Front Street?
Yeah.
Now, as a former order follower who didn't follow orders very well and questioned everything before I eventually retired early and left that profession, if this is true, it breaks my heart and makes me sick. Of course, that's supposed to make you afraid to fucking speak out. And as I often say, fuck that.
Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that.
We need to be speaking.
Goddamn right.
People need to communicate this information as they bring in crises after crises, tragedy after tragedy, loss of life after loss of life, lockdown after lockdown, rule after rule, because these fucking people ain't gonna stop.
No siree, Bob!
Do.
And weapons such as this and power such as this, as perceived by many people, is something that we cannot fight against. But they're wrong, you know? They need our consent to do all this. These things are acts that are created in order to invoke the emotional fear that they want so that they can direct the outcome of the problem in which they themselves created in order to get people to consent to a thing. What's the problem? Reaction, solution, scenario in the tomorrow. So, what else is going on? Oh, and with miraculous timing, it seems we might be on the cusp of the long-awaited Plandemic 2, The Wrath of Khan. As here are some of the headlines from just this week alone of the upcoming three-ring circus. And as you can see, they are gearing us up once again in full force. And that, of course, means resurrecting this mindset.
I don't remember the last time I went to see a movie because I don't love going to the movie theater. But I'll tell you what, it pisses me off that I can't go see Barbie. I want to go see it. Even if it is white feminism, I want to be able to go. So I'm doing a thing. And if you live in the Pacific Northwest, you can do a thing with me. Here's what it is. Next week, which is July 31st, August 1st, someday next week on a weekday, I am renting out a theater in Northwest Portland. The entire theater. The whole theater. The theater seats 46 people, I think. We are only going to do 20 tickets. So me and 19 other people. That's it. In addition to that, there will be one employee. So the entire building, the entire cinema, is going to be one employee plus 20 attendees. That's it. We are the only people in the building, and every single person, including that employee, is going to be wearing an N95 the entire time. The employee's going to put it on before they enter the building. They've been chosen specifically for this purpose. They seem to get it. If you show up because you bought a ticket, I need to see a KN94 well-fitted, or a 95 well-fitted, or a P100. And if I see a baggy mask, I'm going to tell you to take it off and put on one that I hand you. I'm holding onto a bunch of masks. Choose the one you like best. There are no concessions during the movie. They're not even going to open it up. Do not bother bringing food or drinks. You may not take your mask off in the movie. If you need to scratch your nose or you need to take a sip of water, you need to get up, exit the theater, do that, and then come back. so we are not fucking around here, folks. No kids that can't wear a mask solidly for 2 hours. Like, I'm not going to do little kids. The building will have had a chance to clear the air from the night before. And also, they upgraded their filtration over the past 3 years, and they just had an inspection, June 26th, their quarterly inspection, and changed out all of their MERV filters. It is a risk. I don't know how else to put that. It is definitely a risk to be in a building for 2 hours. What? Makes me anxious. But I feel like it's a measured risk, and one I'm willing to take. I'm excited, I think, for Barbie.
Yeah. Looks fun, doesn't it? They'll be back.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
So, anyway, to end on a more positive note, just like last week, I ran into a group of deer I wanted to share with you. As I said, always something beautiful to see out here, and I am glad to be able to share it with you. So, anyway, at that, I believe I will leave it for the week. For as usual, I am the Rambler. And as always, I hope all is well. And we will see you on the next one. Get learning, get speaking.